Welcome to the Nathan Markley Show. And now your host, Nathan Markley.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nathan Markley Show. This is episode 43. So before we get to the tech news for this week, I want to announce that I have a Patreon page. For those of you who don't know about it, it's patreon.com/the Nathan Markley Show. And what the Patreon page is pretty much is able for anyone that wants to support the Nathan Markley Show can. I have some cool rewards, perks, if you want to call them, that when you support me monthly, it starts at $2 a month. You can help me either get updates, or you can help me with the show, tell me what I have to talk about. The reason for the Patreon page is, well, pretty much, to make it short, because I explained this in the Patreon page, is I want to grow the Nathan Markley Show. I want to make it into a 3-day-a-week podcast instead of a 1-day-a-week, and I want to do more with it. I want to have fun with the show, and I want to eventually make it into a podcast network. I want to have multiple shows. I have some ideas for more podcast shows, but I can't do that with just the Nathan Markley Show. You know, I need to, for me to take the next step to do what I want to do, I need your help. And Patreon is a great platform for me to be able to do that, and for you guys to help me and to support, not just me, but support the Nathan Markley Show. So if you like the Nathan Markley Show and you want to support me more than just sharing the podcast, telling your friends and family, or just listening to the podcast, you can by becoming a patron today at patreon.com/the Nathan Markley Show. All right, so with that said, let's get right to the tech news. Let me put it up here. All right, so the very first tech news that I want to talk to you about is the FBI warns about security risk from IOT Connected Toys in your home. Now, what does all that mean? Well, new analysts, as more toys with the devices, I'm going to call these toys, are directly interconnect with the Internet of Things, security threats arise, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation warns. All right, so this is nothing really new that the FBI presents with a real security threat, because back in 1998, many of you probably know, if you're a millennial, if you're in my age group, in my age group, so if you're in the 20s and 30s, you know this toy that came out. And I hated this toy. I think we had one before. And this toy was a Furby. And the Furby appeared to learn English. And just by listening to the words spoken around the house. Just like what Amazon Echo and Google Home and this other Alice system does, right? Sound familiar? Well, the Furby will actually use the words that I learned to begin speaking. And of course, the government was concerned that the Furby might hear classified information and then repeat it. So they pretty much declared a security threat. That's pretty much what it is. But anyways, so what does this have to do with now, right? So these toys, many of which seem to be intelligent dolls or other components, connect to the internet using Wi-Fi or through a smartphone using Bluetooth. As long as these devices are connected to the internet, there's no way to know what they're recording or what information is being sent back to the server somewhere on the internet. This possibly so alarmed the FBI that the agency issued an urgent announcement on July 17th describing the vulnerability and explaining steps to keep the devices from being too much of a threat. The FBI is particularly concerned because young children tell their toys all sorts of private information thinking they're speaking in confidence. Such supposedly private revelations could risk the child's safety, not to mention the safety of the entire family. But the risk from connected devices in the home go far beyond just intelligence components. A new presentation set for the Black Hat USA conference on July 26 covers security vulnerabilities in Segway hoverboards, which can be taken over by hijacking the Bluetooth connection. Resources were able to control the hoverboard. It's not a hoverboard, it's Segway, remotely and turn it off while someone was riding it. So that can be a dangerous. But because you can hack it, you can exploit it and have malware into the hoverboard. No shit. They just figured this out. Okay. I'm going to stop right there. If you want to continue reading on this article, the link will be in the show notes, which, by the way, I have a new way to give you show notes. It's a wiki. I created a wiki for the Nathan Markley Show. It's called the Nathan Markley Show Wiki, and it's at nathanmarkley.net/wiki. And there are all the show notes, all the information about everything you need to know about the Nathan Markley Show. You can listen to the show there, so you can just don't have to go directly to the nathanmarkleyshow.com website, which I suggest you do, but the wiki is where all the show notes will be. Alright, so continue on to this FBI thing. My thing is, it is definitely a concern that IoT connected toys and just general stuff in general, like your dishwasher, anything connected to the internet's IoT device, can be exploited, hacked, and people can spy on you if they get into your network. And yeah, it does raise concern at FBI, and you have to really, for someone to, I said this before about the NSA, for someone to hack your stuff, you have to be hiding something, just like the essay about the NSA, or you have to be like a very big popular person, like this next story of a popular pop star. Pardon me for butchering her name. I think they pronounce it Ariana Grande. So you know that pop star Ariana. I'm sorry, Ariana. I should know how to pronounce the name because she started on YouTube too. Anyway, so Ariana's Instagram got hijacked, and this happened a couple weeks ago. The Instagram account was compromised, and the hacker posted several posts that contained racial slurs and profanities. And it was a big thing happening over the internet because they don't know if it was actually her, but until Adriana figured out what was going on, she gained control back to her Instagram account and removed the post and apologized to her fans and let them know what was actually going on. So, like that. But one of the things is, this article says we hope that she enabled two-factor authentication. You know, there's steps, going back to the FBI and this IoT device, there's steps to take that you can make sure you're protected against this World Wide Web, this IoT Connected World, because everything is going to start being connected to the internet because it's awesome, you know? Like I said, the internet is a fun place to be, but also it's a dangerous place, like the streets of Providence, or the streets of Chicago, or the streets of LA, or the streets of New York City, or whatever. You know, it's a fun place to be, but it's dangerous, and you have to take steps to protect yourself. And so you enable two-factor authentication. You make sure you have an antivirus. You make sure your Wi-Fi password is secure. You use WPA2 encryption for your Wi-Fi. Don't use WPA or WPE. WE WEP, WEP. If you're using WEP for your Wi-Fi encryption, please change to WPA too, because WEP is... Okay, so WEP, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 99.9% sure that WEP shows a password to anyone that can look into it. WPA2 or WPA2 encrypts a password. So you need software to decrypt your password so it doesn't show it out in the clear. All right, so you protect your network, you make sure you have a firewall. And why is Amazon Echo coming on? I didn't even say the word. See, that's the thing. We have these devices and it's always on, always listening, It drives me nuts. I didn't even say Alexa, and it's still. And when I do say Alexa, it doesn't come on. Anyways, I don't know that. Oh well, yeah, okay. Thank you, Alexa. Stupid. Yeah, cancel. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, protecting yourself against these IoT hackers that try to hack into toys or stuff around your home. It's just different stuff you can protect yourself, and it's internet safety. It's kind of what I want to do, and it's why people call me IOT Tech Geek, because I help you guys protect yourself and internet safety. And it's kind of why I went into cybersecurity, to learn more about this stuff so I can educate you all about what's going on and about how you can take the necessary steps to make sure you're protected and you're not vulnerable to certain stuff. Now, however, you are using the internet and you are vulnerable, because when everything's connected, everyone and everything is vulnerable. But again, there are steps to make sure that you don't be too vulnerable. You don't want to put too much information out there on the web, because then it'd be too easy to steal your identity. And I'm pretty sure someone can steal mine. I should go and check that. I should hack myself. That'd be fun. Anyways, that'd be really fun hacking myself. Alright, yeah. So more about IoT devices, connected toys and whatever, and hacking, and a later note. Actually, you know what? Speaking of hacking and tracking stuff, this next story is very surprising to me, but this well-known company is in a lawsuit because of the app or apps. And you all know this company, and you'll be very surprised at this. And this company is geared towards kids. So just like with FBI, I talked about, right? This Furby thing. Well, not Furby, but the toys, right? So FBI is concerned about what it is, But anyway, so this company called the Walt Disney Company, Disney, is being sued because of an app or apps that tracks children. You might be like, wait, what? What's going on? Yeah. So there's a couple of apps. So one of the apps is Disney Princess Palace Pets, an app for Android and Apple, made by Disney, and it is at the lawsuit. So the person suing Disney, her daughter, claims that the app tracks her daughter, like the children under age of 13, which you're not supposed to, because you have to be 13 or older to use the internet, and if you're under 13, you need permission from a parent or guardian. Because of what's that law? The act. COPA Act, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. So this app validated that act. Hold on, let me see if I can see what exactly the app does. So apparently the app allows users to groom, bathe, accessorize, and play with 10 different pets, and clearly market towards children under that age. The lawsuit goes on to legally let Disney and the defendants collect personal information belonging to children without the parents' permission. There were no disclosures or mechanisms on the app that prompted the Play Notes to give their consent, it adds. So, yeah, okay, does it tell me what exactly it collects? $50 other apps that Disney has. Club Penguin, Disney Emoji Bliss also contain behavioral advertising SDKs retained by companies like Upside, Unity, and I can't pronounce that, Cosby? I don't know. That operate in simultaneously similar manner, the lawsuit states. The Walt Disney Company statement supplied a threat post Monday night said it disagrees with the suit, and that it plans to fight in the co-op. Right. I'm trying to find what exactly it does. So it looks like I've just validated the act. And pretty much, if I remember correctly, the COPA Act, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, states that you have to provide what exactly... You have to ask permission from a parent or guardian and tell them exactly what you're collecting up front. And I think that's what's going on here. I think on my website, nathanmarkley.net, I don't collect any information. I kind of do collect information because I have advertisements on there. But I do say that if you're under the age of 13, don't use this website. And I believe it's under my privacy policy. Yeah. Yeah, children's information, yeah. So, I mean, we don't collect any... My website, we don't collect anything from it other than we just track people because of Google Ads. But we do have it in saying that we, if you're under age of 13, you have to be under supervision. You have to have permission from your parent or guardian. You can use it. Even though the web nathanmarkley.net is just a website about me, it's nothing really. I mean, it's just all information, but still, I have it on there just in case. But yeah, so, like I said, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So like that, we see apps like that. I mean, they track you, because they want advertisements and they want to see what their customers are doing and what they like so they can make money from you. One of the things I went to back at AnyCon, we talked about where the companies what's the name of it? We're the company's clients, but like they're the one that make money off of us, right? Because we allow them to track us, we allow them to know what we're doing, we give them permission just by using the site. And I mean, look at Facebook and Twitter. If you guys read the privacy policy or terms of service on Facebook and Twitter, exactly know what they track and what they keep on you. You'd be surprised. If you read it, I bet you right now, Facebook and Twitter, if every user that uses Facebook and Twitter reads the term of service clearly and understands it, they will close the Facebook account. Facebook and Twitter will go down because they don't like what they do, I mean, even Google, if you see what Google tracks you, Google has this thing called Google Dashboard. You can go into your Google Dashboard if you have a Google account. Actually, everyone has a Google account, really. But you can go to the Google Dashboard and see what Google has on you. Now, they don't really sell it to people, but they use it to help make your internet experience better. That's what Facebook and Twitter does. I mean, Facebook does use some of it to ads. That's how Facebook is free, That's a lot of stuff is for free because you put ads out there, and then ads wants to know, okay, how many people do you have in your site, and this demographic, this age group, what do they like, and all the stuff. So they need to collect this information. So they put tracking cookies on your devices, so they can track you around, and they can serve you ads, and yeah. Ads is a terrible marketing thing. That's why I'm trying to get away from ads and try to go. That's why I went into the Patreon model. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Speaking of Google, this is pretty cool. YouTube, which is part of Google now, rolled out a new feature in their app called video sharing and messaging. So what it is, it's like Facebook Messenger, but for YouTube, and you can share videos with your friends on YouTube. You can message people with the YouTube app. Now, on the app, it doesn't say messages, so it says share. That's the feature, and what God just said, you just share a video, and you can have a discussion about the video with your friends on it. It's pretty cool. Another way that people can share videos without leaving the YouTube app. Now, before this, to share a video, you have to leave the YouTube app. You copy a link to the video to Facebook, to Twitter, to your website, to whatever you want to share it to, email. But now, with this shared feature, you can just share it with YouTube, with your friends. Now, given I believe your friends will have to have a YouTube account, but I think that's what everyone wants. In addition to sharing videos and chatting, YouTube users can also reply to videos they receive with other videos, or even group sharing with up to 30 people in support. Hold on. Is YouTube bringing back video replies? Oh, dude, this is so cool. I think... Can you... Hold on. Let me go in the YouTube app, hit share, add contacts, no contacts, send invitation link. Okay. In my Twitter, at Nathan Markley, I just tweeted out an invitation link that you can become my contact in YouTube. Oh, you can do it from your contacts in your phone, too. Huh. So it is really like Facebook Messenger, but for YouTube. It's pretty cool. Yeah. View people you may know. No contacts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to this video more about oh, hold on. I have it do not disturb.
We are doing the 100 layers of bubble wrap challenge. I got my boy Jad with me.
Pretty cool. Hundred layer challenge. That's not bad at challenge actually. Maybe I should do that. I know, huh? I like that. That is actually pretty interesting. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna start doing that. Maybe I should yeah. Alright, anyways, yeah, check it out. I'll leave a link how you can add me to a YouTube contact if you want, and you can message me videos and whatnot. Maybe we can start adding that at a feature of the Nathan Markley show. I don't know, we'll think about it. Maybe it's something we could do in Patreon, something on Patreon. No, you know what? You want to get that link from me? Become a patron. That's what I do. If you want that link, if you want to be able to share, I have to delete that. If you want to be able to share YouTube videos with me, get the link to Patreon. That'll be the $2 level. All right, last thing I want to talk about, I think. Yeah. Second to last thing, actually. Back to Google. Google has come up with this new thing called new feed. There's a new feed. So it's pretty much the end of Google Search. Yeah, so I checked this out. It's already out. It's a personalized news feed on the company's flagship app, and it's already rolled out in versions of Google.com. If you have an Android app, you can get that. I think it's out for the iOS too. But mostly the takeaway from this is that Google is trying to protect itself from larger shifts in the way people spend time online. Digital services are becoming increasingly more relating to artificial intelligence to predict what you're looking for in the exact moment. Google is no exception. So from what I got from this and using this app, pretty much because Google tracks me around the internet, it kind of predicts what I want to show and what I want to know about, and a lot of technology stuff. So, for example, how companies like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Uber have all recently introduced artificial intelligence, AI, into their core products, working to predict your requests before you even type them or say them. This is a major problem from Google, a company that still heavily relies on search traffic for its revenue. Even though Google has launched plenty of other projects besides search, few of them make any money. The first quarter of 2017, Google still made 99.9% of total revenue from search, display, and video advertisement. This is one of the major reasons the company reorganized and became Alphabet in 2015. It was time to start holding the company's other products accountable for making money. The newly formed company Alphabet even organized its quarterly earnings into two columns: Google and other bets. This is just how important search is. So in about a decade, experts predict artificial intelligence is going to perform better than humans in many complicated tasks. True. Because it teaches us, it learns about us, you know. Pretty soon, AI is a big thing and something I want to get into more too. That's why I'm learning programming. Imagine doing AI in Nathan Markley show. Yeah. So the question now is, Google, will the new feed be beginning of something else? Yeah, so it's pretty interesting to watch and see how this is. Google's always trying to do more AI stuff because they realize this is where everything's going. Do I have a problem with Google predicting what I should read about? No, because I allow Google to track me. And Google, so far, Google's platform or any other AI gets everything right. So do you have a problem? Well, let me put it this way. If you're using the internet, privacy it's a catch-22 on this one. Excuse me. Privacy, yeah, I get privacy, but I mean, Google, to use some of the servers, if you want what Google wants, if you want to make the full future of what Google, Facebook, Twitter, you have to allow them to track you and allow them to collect information from you to get the stuff. Oh, do I have one more article? New IoT bill proposes security standards for smart devices. Oh, yeah, this one. That's right. By this time, almost every one of you owns at least one internet-connected device. Yeah, I think one of you should own at least two, but okay. Better known as the Internet of Things. At your home, but how secure is your device? Not secure. However, the massive cyber attack of popular DNS service provider that shut down a large proportion of the internet last year made all of us fear, but innocent-looking IoT devices will surround us every day this year. The new bill called the Internet of Things Cybersecurity Approval Act of 2017 was introduced on Tuesday by Senator Mark Warner, DA, Virginia, VA, a Democrat of Virginia, and Senator Cory Gardner, a Republican from Colorado. The bill requires suppliers that provide wearables, sensors, and other web-connected smart devices to the United States government to adhere the same new industry-wide security practices. What? The security standards prohibit the suppliers from including hard-coded, unchangeable usernames or passwords in their devices, which is primary vector for hackers and malware. Wait, hold on. Stop the process. We need an act to tell people not to hard code usernames or passwords in the devices? What? We need an act. Okay. Just the fact that we need an act for this stuff is crazy. I guess we have an act for everything else. Why not have an act for IoT? Yeah, so remember the that DDoS attack on the DNS provider, Dyn, DYN, which caused a significant outage a ton of websites such as Twitter, GitHub, PayPal, Amazon, Netflix, and for several hours, because they use IoT devices to send. Say, hey, I think I used printers or webcams. Say, hey, go to this website, and this 1,000 of them went at once, and the server couldn't handle 1,000 requests. Yeah, and pretty much we need an act for cybersecurity. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done. We need an act? Really? Anyways, it is about half an hour of the Nathan Markley Show, episode 43, and I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this somewhat quick show, tech news. I'm trying something out, not explaining too much of the news, but giving you brief stuff. I try to talk about certain stuff and I think you should know about, and pretty much lately it's been a lot about IoT and security and internet, how to protect yourself in this internet connected world, because that's where it is. And yeah, if you want to read more about what I talked about, check the show notes out on the wiki. Also, don't forget to support the podcast if you can. And I will talk to you all next week. We're back. We had a little break from the summer, and since it's August, the second week of August, I decided to come back. And and we may not go back on WQOI 88.3 FM, the Nathan Markley Show. That may just be just regular music. I'm not really sure. If you guys like hearing me on WQOI radio station, let me know in the comments or tweet at me at Markley Show. Tell me that you like me to do more WQI stuff in the next coming month, because that's the station's going to open back up. Anyways, thank you again for listening. Don't forget to follow the Nathan Markley Show on Facebook and Twitter. And if you haven't already, subscribe and download the podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere else you can listen to a podcast, my website. And yeah, I think that's it. And hopefully see you all on Patreon. So till next week, peace, good night, and don't let the bedbugs bite. Bye, guys.
You have been listening to The Nathan Markley Show.